Hello everybody, in this Rhino video demo, I would like to show the essential operations of the blend surface command. Okay, let's start. Okay, before I begin, let me turn on the zebra analysis for these two surfaces. Okay, okay. So let's proceed to demonstrate the blend surface. Okay. So the blend surface command can be accessed via the surface tools toolbar by clicking on this icon over here, or you can type at the command prompt BlendSrf. Okay, so upon the execution of this command, you ask you for the first edge. So select this as first edge for a demo, and then second edge. So this is the second edge. So upon clicking the two edges, a default surface will be created. Okay, and you'll notice that an option window will also be open for you to tweak the various options. So you can, like, by adjusting the slider, be able to adjust the ratio for the two sides, but I think I will just leave them as one. Okay, so let me repeat this again. Okay, and then also we have the options to match the continuity to edge 1 and 2. Okay, and the various levels of continuity are namely position, tangency, curvature, G3 and G4. Okay, if you are not familiar with the principles of surface continuity, you might want to click on this label to go to a previous video that talks about it. Okay. Okay, for example, let's say if I want to match this edge to this surface to a continuity of position, I can click at this edge, which is 1 position, and you notice that the matching condition is now only position. And if I set to tangent, you'll notice that now the matching condition is tangent, and if I click on this, it's curvature. And in a similar fashion, these options are also available for the other edge, namely the 2. Okay, so for example, if I set 2 to position, I'm getting only a position match, tangent, okay, curvature, and you can also have a higher option such as G3, G4. Okay, so basically these are progressive levels of smoothness. Okay, okay, you can adjust the handles by clicking on them. Okay, and dragging them to your new desired location. Okay, and if you want to do symmetrical adjustments, okay, for example here I want this and this side to be adjusted symmetrically, you can press and hold the shift key as indicated on the command prompt. Press and hold the shift key and adjust the handle on one side, and you'll notice that the other side will also be adjusted correspondingly. Okay, yeah, by pressing and holding the shift key, you're able to do symmetrical adjustments. Okay, and if you need to, for example, also change the angle of the handles, you can do so as indicated by the line on the command prompt, pressing and holding the Alt key. So if I say I press and hold the Alt key, click on this handle, you notice I'm able to change the angle as well. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, let's dwell onto some of the other options inside here. Okay, over here you got something like, for example, the interior shape, and you notice that if I click on the interior shape, additional handles will be displayed that are between the two ends. Basically, the interior shape allows you to modify the handle that are between the two ends. For example, let's say I want to modify this shape, I can adjust it. Okay, so these can be quite handy. Okay, and you have another options called the edge shape. Okay, let me do a demonstration. So for edge shape, you can change the shape of the surface by changing the corresponding position on H1 and H2. For example, let's say I want this point on H1 to correspond to this position on H2. I can click on this and you notice that the edge shape option changes the surface profile over here. Okay, okay, another option that I want to show is the same height. Okay, so you notice that if you click on the same height, the height of the control points on both sides will be the same. Okay, so let's say if I adjust this again and I click the same height, yeah, you notice they will all go back to having the same height on both sides. Okay, yeah, okay. What are the possible situations that you will use the blend surface? Basically, you can use the blend surface in situation where you need to have surfaces that are matched to certain level of continuity on two edges. Okay, so that means you have a condition where you need to, for example, match this edge and this edge to certain level of surface continuity. Under this kind of situation, you might want to use the blend surface. However, in situations where you need to have the conditions of four sides being met, for example, in this case here, you need not only to match these two edges, but also have the surface aligned to these two cross sections. Under this kind of circumstances, the blend surface might not be the primary tool to use. Okay, in this kind of situation, you might want to use something that is able to also provide constraints to the cross sections. Okay, so something like sweep to rail might be more appropriate. Okay, so let me just show a demonstration. Okay, I'm using the sweep to rail now. So I can click on the first rail, second rail, cross section, and you notice in this kind of situation, the sweep to rail is able to constrain the edge to the curves that are being provided. Okay, whereas in the case of the blend surface, the edge here will not correspond to the alignment to these curves. Okay, and also the sweep tool has also edge continuity matching options such as position, tangency, and curvature. Okay, but it doesn't go to the level of G3 and G4 that is capable only with the blend surface. Okay, but with this I can also do up to matching up to, for example, this edge I want to set to curvature, I can match it to curvature, and also on the other side I also can match to curvature. Okay, so with that I come to the end of this demonstration. Hope that's been useful to you. See you around. Bye.